Hold up.
I hope you're having a great day and I hope you have a great weekend coming up. Today I want to tell you a story that can inspire all of us. When I read the story has been, put forward in many, many different ways. And the last time I told this story was to an audience in Delhi to inspire, different people of different ages. There were elderly people, there were businessmen, there were CEOs, there were billionaires, there were teenagers, all part of that audience. And the one question that was asked to me that, Luke, how much is enough? How do we know when, something is enough? Whether it's money, whether it's love, is there something like, too much of good health as well? So they had this one question and I thought the question was best answered with a story. And I'm going to tell you that story right now. Once upon a time, there was a man. And this man wanted wealth, he wanted fame, he wanted everything. He started to ask around, how can I get all of this? Some people told him, you got to work hard. He said, I don't have time to work hard. Okay, I want all of this. There are so many people in the world who don't work hard and yet they have everything. They have fame, they have wealth, they have all of that stuff. So someone said, how do you know what's gone behind their wealth? How do you know what's gone behind their health and everything else? He said, I just want it quickly. So he kept asking around and then finally he met an old lady. And the lady said that, the forest behind the village, has a tree. It's a banyan tree, a beautiful banyan tree. And over there lives an old man. He has been able to help a lot of people find what they want. Why don't you go and meet him? So this man decided that he should pay this old man a visit. So he went to this forest and found this old man sitting under this beautiful banyan tree. He had a little hut at the side. He had his chickens and goats and cows, and he was living a peaceful life, looking as happy as ever. He went. The man asked him, how can I help you? This man said, I want riches, I want wealth, I want all of these. Can you please help me? People said that you can help me find all of this. The man thought, he said, how much do you want? He's saying, how much I can have. So he pointed in one direction and said, you're going to start your journey here. You got to walk. It may be a long walk, but when you reach your destination, you're going to find all of the riches. So the man took off in the direction that the old man pointed, and he walked and walked. He began his journey on that route. And he found opportunity, he found riches. About a year later, he went back to that forest. He met that old man and he thanked him. He said, yep, I followed the direction that you put me on. I made the journey. It was a long journey, but I found all the riches and everything. I want to thank you for that. But now I want fame. Can you help me? I want some fame. I want fame. I want to feel good. I want people to know how much I have. So the man asked him, do you really want that? He said, yes, I absolutely want that. So he pointed in a different direction and said, you're going to have to start your journey over here. So the man said yes, and he thanked him and started off on a new journey in a new direction, where he found fame. He found fame, he lived a life in that fame with all of his riches. And 6 months later, he went back to meet that old man. And the old man said, did you find your fame? He said, yes, I found fame, but now I want to find friends. I want to be surrounded by really, really good friends, friends who love me for who I am, not just for the riches that I have and the fame that I have. So the man thought and said, do you really want this? He said, yeah, I really want this. I want to feel good. I want to be surrounded by people who really like me for who I am. So the man pointed in a different direction and said, you're going to have to start your journey here. So the man said, all your journeys are really long. I get tired, but okay, since I want this so bad, I'm going to make this journey. I hope it's not too long. And he started off in that direction where he found all the fame he wanted. Came back after 6 months and he told the man, I've been tired. And I just want to find peace and meaning in my life. But I'm actually scared to ask you because you're going to put me on a different journey and I'm really tired of these long journeys and these long, directions that you put me in. So the man said, what do you want? He said, I think I just want to find meaning in my life and I want to find peace. The old man smiled and he said, you don't have to travel far. All you need to do is sit under the tree and start looking inwards. The journey this time is going to be inwards. So the whole point of this story is, we're all living our life in different directions. We all want things and there's nothing wrong in that. There's absolutely wrong. In fact, what's wrong is people pretending to take a pious path and yet, they want so much. You follow any path that you want in life. You want wealth, you want expensive stuff, you want fame. You got to do all of that stuff if you want it. But the important thing is you don't do it at the cost of losing the connection with yourself. Before you want fame, you make an inward journey inside yourself to see if that's really what you want, or have you been wasting your time comparing yourselves with other people? Okay, before you want anything, have what you want. No one should have the right to tell you that, don't make money, don't have wealth, don't have fame. Absolutely not. But you got to make that inward journey to see if that really is the direction that you want to go in. Is that really the direction you choose? The same thing with your health. Everyone's comparing their bodies with one another. Everyone's comparing their diet plans, supplements, and all of that stuff. But have you made an inward journey to ask yourself, what kind of health do you really want for yourself? And sometimes you find the simplest answers. I want to just look good, feel happy, have good lab reports. When I'm old, I want to be able to use my joints and walk around and carry my grandchildren or play with people. I want to be traveling the world when I'm 75. Simple things happen when you go inwards. But when you're so busy comparing yourself with everyone else, and sometimes you ask all these health obsessed people, what are you trying to do? Live over 100? Live over 200? What are you trying to do? There's a whole load of people doing the same thing that you're doing, but with simplicity, without an obsession, without complication, without doing extremes. And they're probably living longer than most of the health obsessed people who are doing extremes. Why? People are stuck in their outward journey. They're constantly changing their paths, not really knowing what they truly want within them. So you go within today. You want to be a bodybuilder. You want to have a fantastic body. What's it going to take? It's going to take sacrifice. It's going to take sleep. It's going to take supplementation. It's going to take training. It's going to take all of that stuff. But you commit to it because that's what your inward journey says. I want to be that person. You want to have a flexible body. You go inside. Why? Because I'm tired of my back pain. I'm tired of my tight glutes. I'm tired of, all of these pains. So my inward journey tells me I want to be flexible. I want to do it for me. So then you come out with an action plan. You start your yoga. You start your training. You start your nutrition. You do everything to follow your path. But most people don't know what they want. When you ask them today, what do you want in a relationship? The same stuff that everyone says. I want honesty. I want loyalty. Most of them don't even know the meaning of that. And the whole point is they're looking at what other people want. They're not going inwards and just saying, I want to feel cared for. I want that feeling where I feel, whatever it is, whatever your definition of love is. Everyone's built their definition of success, of sexuality, of love, of fame, of, whatever. They followed society's definition. No one's really made an inward, journey. My last 2 years in Goa, I've met very, very rich people who have now settled down in Goa completely in simple homes. And, they're like, this is my life. This is my journey. I didn't know it until I started going inwards to find out that simplicity is what suits me. So at every point in life, we're going to have to make that inward journey if we want to be happy. If we want to continue to be miserable, we will follow different people's paths all the time. We will do what everyone's doing in society. If everyone's chanting something new today, everyone chants the same thing. There's a new exercise in town, everyone's doing the same exercise. There's a new diet plan, everyone's doing the same diet plan without anyone understanding, why am I being so stupid? My body is unique. My spirit is unique. What works for someone else, a different path, doesn't have to work for me. It doesn't have to work for me. I've been through 5 paths of spirituality in our country, working and treating all the religious leaders, all of them, they're great friends. Until now, I've not found a single path that I want to commit to. And I don't feel I need to. There's greatness and goodness in every single path. But I don't want to have to commit to one, because what if there's more goodness in another path that I may explore 1 year down the line? So my spirit will connect with goodness, which I can take from different spiritual paths and not just one. And it's the same thing with food. You can't just be eating one kind of food because it's healthy. Your gut needs diversity in food, diversity in colors for your microbiome to grow and all of these things. So sometimes we got to make that inward journey. All of us, you find life's getting empty. Make an inward journey. Maybe that's not what you're supposed to be doing right now. Maybe you're living someone else's life. Maybe you're living someone else's dream. Maybe you're operating from a space of fear. Maybe you're loving from a space of fear. You're working from a space of fear. The only outcome is fear in your life. Everything you do stems from the space from where it originates. If it originates from love and peace, the outcome is going to have love and peace. If it originates from fear, the outcome is going to have fear. Likewise with anger. If it originates from anger, the outcome is going to have anger and aggression. But only you can change that. No one can promise you that change. People can put you on the right path, they can coach you, they can show you the mirror, but finally you got to own that responsibility of wanting to make that change. And that change starts with you making your inward journey. Asking yourself today, what's that? What to me really is love? Not my parents' definition of love for me, not society, not marriage, not all of that. What do I want? How do I feel? What's that perfect love for me? What's that perfect body for me? What's that perfect health for me? You notice a lot of people, they have great bodies, but they're miserable. They're always emotionally down, always so, skeptical about food and skeptical about going out, and all they're trying to do is protect that vain body, which is going to change at some given point. Have that great body, but work on the mind, work on the spirit, work on all of these things. Great bodies, shallow conversations. Great bodies, no substance to talk about. It just doesn't complete the 360 degrees. And you look at some people who may not have the best bodies at all. They're happy, they have substance, they have meaning in their life, they have purpose, they don't care what people think about them, they don't care what people do. Of course, if they're being careless, they got to make changes or they lose their health. But their spirit is alive, their spirit is strong, and that gets them through life with so effortlessly compared to so many people who are counting how many minutes they meditate, how many pumpkin seeds they put in their bowl, exactly how many hours they sleep, and all of that stuff. You think you're more intelligent than the intelligence within you? No, it's impossible. All you got to do is give your body a platform, and the intelligence is already harnessed. Today you may get 5 hours, tomorrow you'll get 8 hours, day after you'll get 5-6 hours of sleep. Your body knows what to do. You just got to go with the flow without resistance. You're hungry, you eat. You're not hungry, why are you eating? As simple as that. You ate sugar today, but you're eating sugar tomorrow, and day after you're addicted. Break the cycle. There was nothing wrong with the first sugary dessert you had. There's everything wrong with the cycle of habit that is now occurring in your life. You make mistakes in life, ask yourself, you're human. What makes you think you're perfect? There is no perfect human on this planet Earth. That's why I tell people, never put people on a pedestal. In your relationship, in life, on social media, you can respect people, you can honor people, you can learn from people, but never put them on a pedestal. By putting them on a pedestal, do you lower yourself not in a non-egoistic way. You can respect, you can give honor. But in relationships, when one partner puts the other partner on a pedestal, all you've done is lowered yourself right now, along with your own self-worth and everything else. Everyone is equal in their own ways, but different. Uniquely flawed, uniquely imperfect, and all of these things. And that's only when you learn acceptance for yourself that you can actually go and apply that to everyone else. And for that, what do you need? The inward journey. Maybe you can use your weekend to start that inward journey. Maybe just start off with yourself. Then start off with your body and your health goals. Then start off with your relationships. Start off with your family. Start your inward journey now. Most people are afraid to do it. Everyone knows they need to make an inward journey at some point. Everyone knows. I work a lot with the Green Sheikh in Dubai. He is the Crown Prince of Ajman. And he teaches children around the world, the youth around the world, leadership. He doesn't teach them religion. And he tells everyone one thing, which I'm telling you right now. People come and say, I'm going to do a pilgrimage this year. I'm going to walk for 40 days. I'm going to go here. That's all good. That's all good. But it's useless unless you've started the journey within. Only when you started the journey within will your pilgrimage become more meaningful to you. For most people, it's a tick in the box. For most people, it's a tick in the box. They think they'll find their answer on their pilgrimage. But you'll find your answer the moment you start going inwards. And then your pilgrimage or your visit to your place of worship will seem more meaningful. Some people use the pilgrimage to find themselves, and that's also great. You go for the pilgrimage, and while you're at the pilgrimage, you go inside. You start the journey within. All of your answers that you're looking for are within. We know that, you know that, I know that. But why are we afraid to go within? Because we're scared. We're scared to find out the kind of people we may be. Selfish, envious, lustful, angry. We don't want to face that. If that's you, how long are you going to hide it? It's going to come up at some point. Everyone has the 7 deadly sins in them. All you got to do is tame them. You can't become a slave to those sins, but you can tame them, because everyone, including your newborn child, has and will exhibit the 7 deadly sins at some point in their life. So a lot of people out there pretending to be spiritual and righteous, now do your part, but don't hide behind the fact that sin does not exist in you. You can tame it, you can choose goodness over badness. You can always do that. But for that, what do you need? The inward journey. The inward journey. Then when you're writing out that check to charity or you're doing everything, it's not coming because, oh, I was a bad person, I need forgiveness, I don't want karma to hit me, let me go and volunteer and write out a big check. No, your inward journey teaches you that life will move on. When you're writing that check, it's going to give you that feeling of fulfillment only when it's done with the right intention. Not as a cover-up, not as a bribe to God or the universe because you've been a bad person. So all these answers come up when you start to make the inward journey. Have a great weekend, everyone. Until next time, eat smart, move more, sleep right, breathe deep, and remember, you care is all about you.